So it's been quite a while since I've done a Jabba the Hutt collection pickup video for various reasons. There haven't been that many things coming out recently, and I've been pretty busy with various things, which is why you haven't seen too many videos on the channel recently. Just a combination of work and other things that have been taking my time, but I'm hoping to get back in the swing of things pretty soon. Let's start with this. This is, I don't know if you can guess, this is actually a dog toy. And if you've seen my videos about Jabba the Hutt plushes in the past, which I'll link up there, you'll know that Petco has actually come out with a number of Jabba pet toys in the past, and this is no exception. They've actually come out with more just recently. You can get these, as far as I know, currently on their website. This one is quite large, really, relatively speaking, and kind of round looking. I quite like the way they've made this, although his tail's a little small. He's filled with a kind of a crinkly sort of, I don't know, plastic material, I guess, that's supposed to, I suppose, be attractive to dogs. And he also has, somewhere in here, if I can find it, a squeaker, that's right. So yeah, I mean, I said, I think in one of those past videos, that it's kind of ironic that Petco is the company that has created, by far and away, the most Jabba the Hutt plushes. But it's true, even before this one came out, and the one that I'll show you in just a second, they had the most. And this just cements their position as the leader. We have also here a similar design, but instead of a tail, he has this sort of rope thing, which is meant to be a sort of a tug-of-war thing that you'd play with your dog, I assume. Honestly, I mean, inside there's like a knot similar to this on the other side, but this doesn't seem like it would be super strong. It's not going to be something you'd play with a very large dog, I would assume. But he also has the crinkly material, and he also has his very own squeaker. So yeah, these are kind of variations on a theme, I guess you'd say. I quite like the face they've done here, though. It's pretty cute and still seems like Jabba. And they also have, I've got to say, a very interesting gradation in the color here that I'm just noticing now that I'm looking at them closely. You know, the face area and the belly are kind of a lighter yellowish color, and then it fades or gradiates into more of a green as you get more toward the back and sides. That's kind of cool. Anyway, I'll put a link to these on, or in the description below. Next up, we have kind of an interesting item. This is a Tsum Tsum plush branded kind of pin, I guess you'd say. It's a plush pin, and by pin I mean like a pin badge. Here they call it a Purashu Minibadji. So, there you go. StarWars.jp.com. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, this was only available in Japan, to my knowledge. And they had a number of Star Wars characters that were available in this kind of pin form. I got one here that's off the card. You can see it's got a safety pin on the back, and you could just attach this to your clothes or whatever you wanted, and it's kind of cute. It looks a little bit like he's got green hair. Which is he's got receding green hair. It's a good look for Jabba. I also got one other item from Japan. This is similar, but it is Tsum Tsum's. It's a Tsum Tsum keychain with two plushes on top of each other. Now they made a few of these. This is the one that I wanted to get, obviously. These are, I don't have any actual Tsum Tsum plushes at hand here, but these are somewhat smaller than the actual thing. A real Tsum Tsum is about this long. And so these are like mini ones, and they're permanently sewn together. I just find the idea of Boba Fett sort of clinging to Jabba's back like this to be pretty hilarious. This one here, let's see what this says. It just says keychain. So yeah, it's interesting too that they say keychain, because often in Japan they say key holder, but not this time. So yeah, I got that one. One other thing from Japan, by the way, is this. if I can find it. Here we have a bear brick. Now this is kind of a, I should probably do an entire episode about Kubricks and bear bricks, but Kubricks, or Kubricks if you prefer, were, and still are I guess, kind of Lego-like minifigures from Japan, made by Medicom, and they made a lot of them for various kind of, well, they were kind of like Funko Pop, you know, figures in that sense. They had lots of different movies that they made them for, but in particular they made a lot for Star Wars. And then they decided, for God knows what reason, to come out with these bear bricks. So, you know, Kubricks to bear bricks. They're basically the Kubrick style minifigure, but with bear, like a bear head on. And so this one is, of course, the Jabba version. We have, if we look closely, a nice long tongue and some drool and his usual eyes and whatnot. Kind of a funny little figure, more than a little bizarre. It says, well here, Jabba the Hutt Bear Brick Show. Now the show here is important because this was actually sort of a prize that you would get at 7-Eleven stores. I'm not entirely sure of the whole story behind that, but basically, you know, you would go in and you'd somehow or other would win a chance at a toy. You know, like you could. I think they were randomly drawn, so you know, getting a specific one is kind of hard. That's why. Well, I mean, aside from the fact that I don't live in Japan anymore, I just got this on eBay, and it wasn't even that expensive. They're still available. But yeah, this was a group of quite a number. Let me put. I'll see if I can find an image of all of them and put it up here for you to look at, all the different characters that they had. And I actually have a number of these in the past. I believe, I'm trying to think, I think it was 7-Eleven back then too, a number of years ago. They had mini bear bricks that were about like that tall that they gave away if you bought like a soft drink or something at a 7-Eleven store. And they were also Star Wars characters. So I have, I think, a whole collection of those as well. Somewhere, I'll put up a picture. I'm sure I have a picture somewhere anyway. So that's that. I did pick up a couple other things. One of them is this poster. It's a kind of a cardboard poster that was, I guess, given away for free at I think San Diego Comic-Con or maybe New York Comic-Con. I'm not sure, maybe both. It's just an ad for Star Wars Card Trader, which is this digital card collecting app, which I did download it back a while back, and I really don't understand the appeal of it because, I mean, I really don't understand the appeal of card collecting, like physical card collecting either, but at least you get physical cards if you do that. So I can sort of understand it. But with this, you just, you know, you basically spend money on virtual packs of cards, which just doesn't seem like a great idea to me. But anyway, this card in particular is from a card game, a vintage card game that I have, so that's kind of cool. Nice artwork as well. Finally, I also got this Star Wars comic book. This is issue number 35, I guess. This, well, first of all, I should say I don't really read comics regularly anymore. I used to when I was much younger. Had a very large comic book collection, actually. But I still read them from time to time. This one attracted my attention, obviously because of this excellent cover art here. When I bought it, I thought this was maybe this was Jabba, and this was some kind of, like, you know, thing explaining about how Han got in debt with him. But in fact, this is not Jabba at all. This is a different Hutt called Gracchus the Hutt, who is kind of maybe a similar figure to Jabba, but what do you say, a clever crime lord type of guy, or at least a criminal. I don't know if you'd call him a crime lord. This is a pretty good comic if you want to check it out. So that's about it in terms of my recent Jabba acquisitions. I am hopeful, reading about the new Han Solo movie, that there's going to be stuff. Well, first of all, that Jabba himself is going to appear in it, which seems like a pretty safe bet. And more to the point, that they will actually make some more Jabba like action figures and other things for that movie. I think that'd be pretty awesome. But until then, there hasn't been a huge amount of stuff coming out, so you know, you take what you can get. I've got a few more videos in the works, so hopefully we can catch up in terms of my release schedule and get a few more videos out there. Let me know if you've seen anything recently for, you know, Jabba that's come out that I haven't posted about. It's possible I haven't heard about it. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.